So the transition back home has begun. How is it so far in your mind, physically, emotionally?
Yeah, obviously it's a little bit of an adjustment with the time change, and obviously you don't get much of a break during that. You're going the whole time, but it's good to be back here, and we're excited for the stretch run here of the season.
What's the biggest challenge for the Leafs in that top line and getting back to where you guys were heading into the Olympic break?
Yeah, just continuing to play how we were playing and creating offense and helping the team win games and play at both ends of the ice. So I think obviously that's something we'll need to continue to do.
What was the Olympic experience like for you as a whole, James?
It was great. I thought obviously the ending wasn't necessarily how we wanted it to go, which is unfortunate. But in a tournament like that where it's single elimination, it's how it goes sometimes, unfortunately. But as far as the whole Olympic experience, I thought it was pretty cool. It almost reminded me of being back in college again, as far as just you're in like the dorms and eating at the cafeteria with all the other athletes and stuff. So obviously it's a pretty cool experience overall, although it didn't end the way we wanted it to.
What about the Team Canada game in particular, to be so close and yet so far away in the end?
Yeah, they were a good team. Obviously they had weren't able to generate much offensively against them just because the way they played. Obviously their defensemen are really good at kind of neutralizing our rushes and our offense and just getting the puck up quickly. So they did a good job, and again, they played a great tournament.
Do you think that because you played with Kessel, maybe that aids to not losing a step on the other side?
I mean, I would like to think so, yeah. But obviously, it's a little bit different game now, coming back back on the NHL sheet. So, yeah, it's actually nice being out there and not looking across the ice and thinking that it's a mile and a half to skate across. So that's good.
Is the mindset over 22 games easier to play 200 feet of ice, knowing the light at the end of the tunnel is just 45 days away?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, we know how hard it is to get points at this time of the year, and we're going to be in a dogfight to the end of the year as far as making the playoffs. So every game is very important, and we're going to have to be ready to go for every game.
James, they usually say it takes a day for every time zone you fly through. How are your legs feeling to readjust?
Yeah, each day, obviously, you feel a little bit better. Again, you're finally somewhat on a normal sleep schedule now, so that's good. And yeah, obviously, it'll be a little bit of an adjustment, but just got to obviously just deal with it.
Do you feel like you're able to play as much as you played before, or do you want to be eased back in a bit in terms of the minutes you get tonight?
I'm going to be ready to go whatever the coach decides for that. Obviously, just nothing's going to change as far as my mentality or approach. I'm just going to leave it all on the ice, and obviously, we have a lot of big games and big points at stake here, so we'll be ready to go.
Do you think it might even help you? Randy was just saying, like, these guys haven't played. A lot of the guys haven't played in a while here, and you're at least played games recently. Do you think maybe that helps in some regard? Like you've had game action last month?
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but I mean, for what exactly it's worth, it's tough to really say. But we'll just worry about going out and playing tonight.
What do you take out of Sochi going forward now, James? What will be the thing you take out of it, the experience?
As far as what aspect?
All of it for you, hockey.
Yeah, obviously being an Olympian is a pretty cool thing when you look back on your career down the road. It's obviously exciting to say that you represented your country on a stage like that, so that's pretty cool. And hockey-wise, I thought, again, I did some good things. Obviously, like I said, didn't end the way we wanted to, but I think me and Phil were able to create some things and have some success over there, so that obviously playing on a stage like that against the best players in the world, that's pretty exciting. So. Yeah, again, it was a great experience being an Olympian. Obviously, like it wasn't a little bitter taste in your mouth as how it was ended, but that's the way it goes sometimes.